Hello everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Amitabh, a final year student and currently working as a DevOps engineer intern and now also a AWS community builder in a containers category. In this video, we are going to learn about AWS IAM Identity Center. We will see what is the Identity Center and how to use it with a hands-on. So without any delay, let's get started. So what is a AWS IAM Identity Center? Basically, it connects your existing identity provider and streamline workforce user access to AWS. Suppose you have multiple AWS account in your workforce, you are running a company and you have a multiple AWS account considering developer, tester, deploy, engineer. So you can provide a single sign-in to all the AWS account so that you don't need to sign in multiple time and you have to manage all the stuff in a centralized manner, like it is a central hub where you can manage your all the AWS account with a single sign in on. Previously identity center is known as the single sign in on, so it will provide a capability to sign in only once and you will get access to all the AWS account that you wanted to use. So this is a IAM Identity Center. It is also a single place where you can manage your workforce access to multiple AWS account that I have told you. So you have to enable the IAM Identity Center. Then you have to configure your identity provider, whether it is Okta or Microsoft Active Directory or an inbuilt IAM Identity Center, which is known as IAM Store. After that, you can streamline access to multiple AWS managed application you can even manage the multiple AWS account that we have seen a scenario like you have to manage multiple account. You can provide a single sign in on that. If you sign in to the browser, now you can access to all the account that you want to access in your workforce. You don't need to multiple times sign in. You don't need to provide the MFA code multiple times. In a single place, you will get access to all the AWS account that you need. So it will reduce your efforts, improve control and visibility, user access to your AWS. So that's all about the theory part. Let's move to the hands-on and we will create a identity center and we will see how you can use the identity center in your workforce. So for that, click on enable. So AWS recommend to use the account to enable the identity center that does not contain any resources, as it will be a management account that you will manage all the account in this organization. Behind the scene, it will create a organization. So make sure you read all the content in the page and you have to select the region which is nearby to your workforce. Suppose you live in a Mumbai and you have set up your workforce a company in Mumbai, then you should select a region in a Mumbai only to reduce latency. So let's click on enable. So I will use this region only. So it will create a behind the scene the AWS organization where we will add one AWS account. So this is a management account which is automatically added. So if I show you an AWS organization, so it has created automatically one organization where this account is a management account. Then I will add one another AWS account. So we can see how we can access multiple AWS account with a single sign in with a defined policy with a permission. So you have to configure your identity source. So currently I am going to use the AWS manage identity source. So after creating identity center, you have to manage access to permission, just like we do in IAM section, creating policy and attaching to the AWS users and the group. Similarly, we are going to do in this also, and we have to enable the multi-factor authentication for the AWS users. And this is a user, this is a group, and this setting. In dashboard, we can even set a delegate administrator. So now let's click on group and we will create a group. So I will create a admin group. Suppose you are a part of admin group and in a workforce you have to add a multiple admins with a different permission. So we will see the scenario and we will add two users in this group and with a different permission, and we'll see whether the identity center is working or not. So let's click on create group So now we have to create one user also. So we will create a user named Amitabh, and we will use the email address. Okay, and even you can provide all the details. This will be optional. So this user will receive a invitation to accept to be part of this identity user. So click on next, and we will add this in admin group. Click on next and add user. So the user is successfully added in a group, admin group. So you can see the user is here. And now I will add one more AWS account. So to see whether the identity center successfully working with adding multiple AWS account and managing it. So for that, you have to go in AWS organization because you cannot add from there. So you have to add an AWS account. So I will invite an existing AWS account. So this is my second AWS account. I will simply copy the account ID and go here and paste here. So I will send the invitation. Now the invitation has been sent. So if go to the AWS organization page in a second account, I will see one invitation. So I will accept this invitation. So now I am part of that organization. You can see. So this is the management account email and the account ID. And now if I go here and refresh this organization, you will see the user has you can see the account is added successfully with email. And now if I refresh this in identity center, here also I will see the second account. Now we have two AWS account. One is a management account and second is a secondary admin account. And now we have the admin group and one user also. Okay, so I will now create a permission set so that I will attach that permission to the groups, and in that group the user will be attached to that AWS account to get the access of AWS console. So let's click on create permission. We will create a defined permission set that AWS has here. Even we can set a custom. In custom you can have multiple AWS management policy, just like we do in a IAM section, and even customer manage or inline policy. You can simply write inline policy and even with a permission boundary. So for now, we will select a predefined and we will create a administrator access. And second, we will create a view only access. Okay. So let's create a view only access. So we have created a view only access and the administrator access. So now we will attach this permission to the AWS account we have added. So I will add the administrator access to the Amitabh DevOps and the view only access to the Amitabh Saraf. So if I will select the Amitabh DevOps account and will click on assign users and a group. I will add an admin group only and click on that, and I will select the administrator access. So I will click on submit. So it will configure your AWS account. So you can see administrator access is assigned to Amitabh DevOps account. And secondly, we will attach the view only access from the admin group to the second account. You can even attach both, but for now we will select only the view only access. So it will configure it, and now we have configured both AWS account, just like you are managing your workforce with a multiple AWS account and the users. So this is a identity center. Now in a dashboard page, you can see what we have done yet. So we have confirm our identity source as the AWS manage and manage the permission with a permission set, and we will configure the AWS account when we'll sign in to the that Amitabh user created. And now we will go to the setting page, setting, okay, and from okay, go to the setting, and we will get a IPv4 access portal URL. So this URL will be common. You will get this URL and sign in to access portal where you will get a list of AWS account. Just we have only two account. If you add multiple AWS account, you can get a list of AWS account and access multiple AWS account from a single sign-in portal. So you don't need to sign in multiple time to access multiple AWS account to use multiple AWS account. Even we have a dual stack, like mean you can even use the IPv6 and the IPv4. So for now, if you want to customize this URL, you can even customize the URL. Suppose I have to enter Amita. So it will take a couple of seconds and it will update the URL. Okay, so now you can see the URL has been updated. So as I have mentioned that a user has been received with an email to sign in. So user will receive a email like this. So you can see to accept the invitation. So we will click on accept the invitation and it will ask us to create a new password. So we will create a new password. The password should match all the condition. So this is our user, what we have created in Identity Center. So it matches. I will set the password. Now you can see I have successfully set a password for that. Now I will close this browser and open the URL in incognito mode, as I have to show you the MFA also. So once it will load the login page, I will add my username as Amitabh. Click on next. It will ask for the password. I will provide the password. So by default, it will ask us to enable the MFA. There is no option to skip this option. So I will select first the built-in authenticator with a fingerprint. So I will save in incognito, create. So my authentication is registered. So click on done. Now you will see up access portal where all the AWS account will be listed. So you have seen I have one AWS account which is a management account with this email and the second AWS account which have the this email. So you can see the Amitabh DevOps has the administrator access. Even we can have a access key if you want to use this account as a programmatically with AWS access key and the ID. And second account is only have the view only access. If I click on this, so you can see I will get all the access that administrator have in AWS account. If I show you, you can see the administrator access and the username. I can view all the data in my AWS account. Even I can go to the IAM, create a user, list the user. For IAM, you can see I can see all the user listed in IAM section. Even I can create a user with my AWS account. Suppose I will create this. So now you can see I can create a AWS IAM user using the Identity Center account. So this is a single sign-in. You can see how we are accessing multiple AWS account. So you can see the second account is only have the access to view only access. So this is my second AWS account. If I click on that and you can see we are signing to view only access and the Amitabh user. Here I cannot do anything as this account is not activated yet for me. And if I go to any services, it will provide the message like this. It will not for you because this page will not shown to you as if you have multiple AWS account with a billing setup. Currently, I have not set up the billing for this account, which is my second account. This page is only for me. If I go to the upgrade plan, you can see I will not get access to billing as I have not set up the billing for this AWS account. So you can see this is how we can manage multiple AWS account with a permission. So if you want to see how we can change the administrator access with a view only access, so we only want the view only access for this account also. So for that, let's delete that administrator access permission set. So we will delete the permission set. Okay, so it is attached to AWS account. So we have to delete remove the access for that also. So I will remove the access. Now, if I go to the permission set and delete it, so it will take a couple of time. Now, if I click on delete, you can see now I can delete it. So delete it. Now, if I go to the AWS account, again, we have to assign the view only access. So we will assign that user in admin group with a view only access. Click on submit. So it will modify the configuration. Now we only have the view only access for the both account. As the second account is not working for me, I will show you here only. As if I refresh, you can see currently I have only the view only access in the management account also. If I log in with that, let's wait for that. Okay, now you can see view only access and the Amitabh user. And again, if I go to the IAM user, this is my main account. So I will get access to all. So I can list the user. If I select that user to delete it and click on confirm whether I have permission to do that or not. So if I delete that user, so let's wait. So you can see I do not have access to perform the remove user from the group, and because no identity policy allows to remove user from the group action as it is only have the view only access. So this is how you can even add multiple AWS account and manage the permission for your multiple AWS account. So this is how a single sign-in on AWS IAM Identity Center works. So if you want to delete that Identity Center, simply you have to first remove all the AWS account from your organization. So let's remove this member account. I will click on that member account and will remove this. And now simply we have to delete the organization. Click on setting, and in setting you can see the delete organization section. Copy this and paste here. So it has save space. So organization is deleted. Now you have to disable the identity center. For that, go to the setting. So in setting, you can see it is automatically gone as we have deleted the organization. But first, you have to disable the organization. You have to go to the setting. In setting, we have the management. In management, you can disable the AWS IAM Identity Center. So this is all about the IAM Identity Center and how it works. So that's all for this video. I hope you learned something new and understand the IAM Identity Center. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए जय हिंद, बाय।